Hello 8th graders and welcome to today's video lesson. Our topic is street food around the globe. My name is Suzana Anić-Antić and I will be your teacher in this lesson. After this lesson, you will be able to write a recipe for a dish of your choice. For this lesson, you will need internet access, a laptop, tablet or a mobile phone, a notebook, and a pencil. Do you know the difference between street food, fast food, and junk food? Is there a difference? Yes, there is. Which one is cheap, often hot food that is prepared and served quickly in a restaurant? What do you think? Is it street, fast, or junk? It is fast food. Which one is food that is not good for your health because it is high in fat and sugar and artificial substances? Yes, that is junk food. And that leaves us with street food. And street food is food that is cooked and sold in public places, markets, usually outdoors, to be eaten immediately. Street food is the food that we are going to talk about today. In this slide, you can see the names and the descriptions of different types of street food around the world. Now, I'm sure you are familiar with the first one. It's hot dog. And this is what it looks like. We all know that, right? But what about the next one? What is it? Oh, it looks like this. How do we pronounce it?
Taiyaki.
Taiyaki. Can you try? Taiyaki. All right. What about the next one?
Guajolote.
Guajolote. You try. Good. The next one?
Shengjianbao.
Shengjianbao. Will you try? All right. Next one?
Porra.
Porra. That's easy. Porra. Good. And the last one?
Pav bhaji.
Pav bhaji. Okay. Now we know the names. We know what the food looks like. But let's try to match them with their descriptions. So what is a hot dog? Take a look at the descriptions and try to figure out which one fits hot dog. Yes, it's this one. Sausage served in a long roll. What about taiyaki? Oh, this one was easy because you could see the shape of a fish. A warm fish-shaped cake with red bean filling. What about the next one? What is this? Right. It's a tamale sandwich between two pieces of bread. If you would like to know what a tamale is, visit the link under the description. Okay. What do we have then? This. Pork-filled buns, pan-fried at the bottom. Yummy. And what is porra? It's fried dough. And the last one? Vegetable blend served with buns. Now that we've learned some new vocabulary, some new street food, let's do the following task. You will have to watch a video. It's called $1 Street Food Around the World. Just follow the link on the slide or scan the code. Watch the interactive video and answer the questions. You can pause this video now and do the task. And we're back. I hope you enjoyed the video and that you've learned some new things. Now, let's see, can you remember which country this food comes from? The food that we talk about, the street food. Do you remember from the video? Where does it come from? To see how well you remember, follow this link or scan the code and play a game. And this is the result. Pav Bhaji is from India. Bao is from China. Hot dog from the USA. Wahalote from Mexico. Taiyaki from Japan. And porra from Spain. Here are the ingredients for the Indian dish Pav Bhaji. Bun, potato, pea, cauliflower, carrot, onion, garlic pate, tomato, red chili powder, cumin coriander powder, lemon juice, salt, and butter. There are a few more ingredients for this dish, but we will talk about that later in the lesson. Take a look at the title of this slide, Countable and Uncountable Nouns. Now here are the ingredients for Pav Bhaji, the Indian dish. Some of these words are countable and some of them are uncountable. At this point, I would like you to take your notebooks and your pencils or pens, stop the video and do the following task. Draw the table in your notebooks and sort the words into two categories, countable and uncountable. Don't worry if you make a mistake, we'll check it later together. So now stop the video and do the task. And if you're back, this is what you should have. Countable and uncountable nouns. Now, I'm sure you did it well, but if you haven't, it doesn't matter. We are here to learn. Take a look at this table. Countable and uncountable. What is the difference between countable nouns and uncountable nouns? Can you see it? Yes, it's quite obvious, isn't it? Countable nouns have plural form. They can have singular and plural form. Bun, buns, potato, potatoes. You can count them. And uncountable nouns, they have only singular form. They do not have a plural form. It says here that we cannot count uncountable nouns, but we will talk about that a bit later in the lesson. Now take a look at the cauliflower. I put cauliflower in countable column and uncountable. Some words in English can be both countable and uncountable, and this is the case with the cauliflower or a cabbage, for example. So when you refer to cauliflower in a sentence, for example, oh, I have planted 10 cauliflowers in my garden, then it is countable. You can count the cauliflowers and admire them. But if you use a cauliflower in a dish, you don't usually take the whole head of a cauliflower and boil it or something, but you take cauliflower and you cut it or slice it and prepare it as a dish. In that case, cauliflower is an uncountable noun. We normally don't have problems with countable nouns. It's the uncountable ones that sometimes give us headache. So I prepared for you the list of nouns that are uncountable in English. Of course, the list is not complete, but I think it might come handy. So let's start. Uncountable nouns are often liquids and gases. For example, water, milk, wine, oil, fog and rain, Okay, we don't only have to talk about food. There are some other words as well. Some food, like bread, fish, cheese, chocolate, meat, ham. Things made of smaller parts. This is what I mean, like sugar or rice or salt or dust or traffic even, and dirt. Then different materials, like wood or glass or cotton. Then abstract ideas, things that we cannot touch. These words are uncountable, like love or beauty or music or education. And be very careful. In English, homework, advice, money, and information are uncountable nouns. Now let's see how well you differentiate countable from uncountable nouns. Please follow the link or scan the code and play the game. Countable, uncountable nouns. As I mentioned earlier in the lesson, there is a way to count the uncountable words, but we have to know how. What we have to do, we have to sort of put them in a container. We have to use a measure word in front of them, and then we can count them. Here are the examples. You use quantity like two or several or a. And then you use a measure word like cups or teaspoons. You see the abbreviation for teaspoons, TSP, or a drop of something. Then you need of and the uncountable noun. So you get 2 cups of coffee. Coffee is uncountable noun, but you can count cups of coffee. Several teaspoons of oil. You can't count oil, but you can count teaspoons of oil. A drop of water as well. You can't count water, but you can count drops of water, glasses of water, bottles of water, and so on and so forth. There are some other measure words like bag of something or tablespoon. The abbreviation is TBSP. Decagram, gram, a piece of something, a loaf of something, a slice of bread. All right, so I hope this is useful to you. To see how well you can count the uncountable, follow this link or scan the code and play the game. The system will grade your answers, so you will get the feedback immediately. Throughout the lesson, we have been talking about food and the ingredients for certain dishes. Now, to be able to speak about food preparation and recipes in English, it is essential to know some cooking vocabulary, cooking words and verbs. It is good to know what we call tools that we use in the kitchen in English. I'm sure you know some of them, but not all of them, right? Therefore, I have prepared a Quizlet game for you. If you follow the link on the slide or scan the code, it will take you to the Quizlet set, cooking verbs and cooking utensils, and you will find flashcards that will help you learn or revise cooking vocabulary. So follow the link or scan the code, learn and have fun. I'm sure you did really well on your Quizlet game and that you've learned and revised the cooking vocabulary. Now to our current situation. The world has stopped during the coronavirus pandemic, and it is impossible for us to stop now. That is very unfortunate. I really like to travel, don't you? Now, we can do something. We can't travel, but we can bring the world to our plates. If you like, or if you would like to try Oriental food that is different from our Croatian food, why not try and prepare pav bhaji, the Indian street dish? If you follow the link on the slide or scan the code, it will take you to a YouTube video that shows the method and the ingredients for pav bhaji dish. And if you like it, under the video there is a link that you can click and it will take you to the written recipe for the dish. Now, remember that as I told you earlier in the lesson, I haven't listed all the ingredients for pav bhaji because you can't buy all of them in a normal Croatian shop. You need to go to a specialized shop. But since we can't really walk around, it's not safe. Maybe the best thing to do, or the safest thing to do, if you would like to prepare this dish and you need the ingredients, is to ask your parents for help. Ask them to help you find the online shop that sells herbs and spices and order some from somewhere in the world. I really hope you will try to prepare this dish. And here is a little help. I have decided to help you. This is my recipe for easy sweet and sour chicken from a microwave. The ingredients for this recipe are 9 tablespoons of ketchup, 3 tablespoons of vinegar, 4 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 garlic cloves, 4 chicken breasts cut into chunks, 1 small onion chopped, 2 red peppers cut into chunks, 227 grams of canned pineapple pieces in juice, and 100 grams of sweet peas sliced. The method or the instructions for preparing my dish are the following. In a large microwavable dish, mix the ketchup, vinegar, sugar, and garlic with the chicken, onion, and peppers. Then microwave uncovered on high temperature for 8 to 10 minutes until the chicken is starting to cook and the sauce is sizzling. Stir in the pineapple pieces and sweet peas and return to the microwave for another 3 to 5 minutes until the chicken is completely cooked. Leave to stand for a few minutes and serve. You might find it difficult to find all the ingredients you need for the Indian street dish, but that doesn't have to stop us from preparing a simpler yet yummy dish. It can be exotic, it can be Croatian, Italian, Hungarian, or you can create your own recipe. So, it is your turn now. You will have to write a recipe for a simple dish. And the recipe will include the title, the ingredients, the method, the pictures, and after that, you will create a video for a recipe. Please follow my instructions, and when I finish the lesson, you can come back to these instructions and write the recipe in your notebook. After that, make a video. To make a video, I would like you please to follow the link, the first link on the slide, bit.ly Anić-Antić, or scan the code, and it will take you to the Carnot laboratory where you will find the instructions and the guidelines how to use the Animoto tool for creating short videos. Also, the link on the slide, SWSO chicken, will take you to my Animoto video for the recipe that I have shown you earlier in the lesson. So you can also scan the code or follow the link that will take you to the video, and you will get an idea how to make your own video. And we came to the last step. Now that you've written your recipe in your notebook and you've made your video, please check if you have completed everything. So go through the checklist. Check if you have written the recipe. I'm sure you have. If you have included the title, the ingredients, the method, the pictures, and in your video that you have a title, list of ingredients, a method of preparation, and pictures. And this is the end of our today's lesson. I hope it inspired you to try to prepare an interesting dish. Goodbye and stay safe.